Story 1, entitled My Story. I was on a chat app after recovering from surgery and was approached by a man calling himself George. Now, George was this very young, very muscle bound, and conventionally handsome young man who looked to be in his mid 20s. I'm 64. Hello, beautiful, he said. My name is George, and I'm from Sweden. I'm working in an oil rig in the North Sea. We chatted a while, and of course, he asked me to move to Google Chat. I knew right away what was up, but I said yes. He sent this whole wall of text. He claimed to be 29, but had a 5-year-old daughter who was in school in Sweden. His wife had died in childbirth, and he was alone in the world, and he needed the love of a good woman who loved kids. I said I hated kids. I really don't. And I would never, ever want a man who had kids because I would want him to devote his attention entirely to me. He said okay and asked me if I had eaten. I said I don't eat. I get all my food from flowers like a bee. He skipped a beat, and after about half an hour of small talk, he was in love with me. I was ravishing, and he said he had never met such a gorgeous woman in his life. By then, I'd had enough for one night and said good night to him. After that, I reverse searched the image he had sent, and it turned out to be some bodybuilder Instagram influencer. George sent me about 10 messages on Google Chat while I was sleeping. He could not get over his good luck. He had been sent a good woman, and he said as soon as he was done with his contract, he would come to me and we would live happily ever after. I said, make sure you don't bring your kid. And he asked me what I was doing. I said I was hanging upside down from the ceiling, so all the blood would rush to my head. He said he was studying for some advanced license to operate an oil drill. He needed my help. His bank account was frozen, and he needed a $200 Apple gift card to finish his online studies. I said I hate Apple products and would not waste my money on them ever. He said, please, honey, I will reimburse you when I get back. I said, no way. I hate Apple products, and they were not getting a penny from me. He said, please go to the store and buy one and send me the back. I said, okay, and that I had to get dressed and I would go after work. I made him wait around 9 hours while I was, quote, working, and said that I was on my way to get his Apple gift card. Then I ignored him for about 2 days. He sent me tons of frantic messages, and it took a while to go through them all. He said, did you get my card? And I said I was in the hospital as I had a terrible car accident and that they amputated my legs and arms and I was typing with my chin. He said, could I get somebody to go to the store for me? I said no, that I would be laid up for months while they fitted me with new artificial arms and legs. I thought that was the end of George until about a month later he needed my help. He said he was stuck on the rig without any food or water, and could I send $1,000 to somebody in Washington State, and they could get the money to him for food. I told him I had no more left as I was in rehab, and they took every dime I had, and I had to learn to walk and dress myself again. He called me a scammer and a dishonest, ugly woman, and he hoped I'd die. That was it for George, and I did get a lot of messages on a chat app, which I ended up dealing with after this. There were also some friend requests on Google Chat, which I also blocked. I hope your listeners enjoy my story. I had a great time messing with this one. Thanks, Debbie from Maryland. Story 2. I was recently contacted by a person calling themselves Tyler Perry. Yes, that famous filmmaker and Hollywood superstar. Hello, dear fans, and congratulations, you've been picked your name as being chosen among the random winner of your name to appear on the winning list to get to me when you got the message. I asked him why his profile pic is a stack of money. Tyler told me I have to fill out an application form so that the board of lawyer and the delivery agent can locate my destination at the point of delivery, and for security reasons, you are ready to get that done. I told him my lawyer can be sent the info. Fake Tyler asked for my full name, address, gender, and I again asked for the number of his lawyer, and he gave me a phone number, which was likely a Google Voice or a fake number. He said, "Your winning money and details have been confirmed and verified, and you have the lawful right to claim it as legal winner of the prize. But before anything, I want you to follow the rules." Tyler said the FedEx delivery team will, quote, delivery your winning money. I have to be home all day, be active throughout the process, and get an activation card in less than 50 minutes. I told him, okay, my lawyer is finishing his lunch. Fake Tyler asked, which of these stores are around me? Vons, CVS, 7-Eleven, Walmart, Family Dollar, ShopRite, Rite Aid, Walgreens? I told him none. Tyler said you'll have to go to the nearest store around you, purchase a $500 Apple gift card, and they can then activate my winning money, and a FedEx delivery can delivery my prize. But you need to send your home address so we can delivery your winning money to you doorstep. I let Tyler know my lawyer will contact your lawyer, and he told me I can do it myself. I said no, I'd rather he do it, as I'm at the gift card company working. Tyler said, well, then you can go get the gift card yourself and we will process your winnings. Because the FedEx will deliver it, and the management is getting ready, dear winner. I told him my attorney is talking to your attorney, and what's the FedEx routing number? Fake Tyler gave me some fake batch and routing numbers, and I told him I'll verify it with FedEx. Tyler said, no, just go get the card. We'll process your money, and I told him, no, I'll call FedEx, as they said they don't have that number in their computer. Tyler got annoyed with me and told me to just go get the card now, and then I can get my winning money. I have 6 hours to do so and counting. Once you get the card, your name will show up magically on the winners list. I told him again, FedEx said the number's not valid, and Tyler started yelling about they're real. The federal government is giving me the winning number, and he hopes I understand its privacy and policy of the federal government. I told him FedEx says it's a scam, and they don't give winning money from Tyler Perry, and my lawyer is talking to Tyler. Fake Tyler said he works for the real Tyler. I told him, great, my father works for the FBI. We'll verify all this soon, as my father verifies these things, and I'm super excited once we find out it's not a scam. Tyler told me he's real and legit. I told him, great, Tyler's cousin also works for the FBI with my father. Fake Tyler got annoyed and told me to just go get the card before your father investigates. Get the card now. You are a dear winner. He then showed me a box of money in chat, and I let Tyler know that Dad said not to give out the codes in these Apple gift cards, that tons of scammers pretend to be celebrities, and they're really just scammers trying to drain people's bank accounts, and that the real Tyler is going to call me. Fake Tyler just wants to proceed that he's real. Just go give me the card. I waited a bit until the real Tyler called me and said, you're nothing but a scammer, and the fake one, and he doesn't give out prizes. Fake Tyler sent me a bunch of praying emojis and begged me to just give him a $500 Apple card. Please, he begged, I have bills I need to pay. I have to pay my rent, he pleaded. I asked him how, and I know this is a lie and you're a fake Tyler. But he swears he's good and legit, that God granted him to be legit. I told him to get a real job, and he begged me, please, miss, give me a $500 card. I can't work. I need the card now. I sent him an extremely faded gift card that you couldn't read the numbers. He said he can't see it well, and I told him, sorry, that's the best I can do. Goodbye. We'd like to thank these two ladies for sharing their stories. Sometimes it's fun just to play around with these scammers and give them a little taste of their own medicine. If you'd like to share your encounter, whether you've lost money or not, you can find me scammingscammers@gmail.com. Just write me your story, upload any screenshots so I can verify, and I'll narrate your story into a video. Until next time, take care.